All right, guys. We got Hans. Hans, you ready?
Yep. Well, we're good. Yeah, go find him.
Week 1 of the search. Road to the Swarm. If you thought Road to the Throne was difficult, first of all, I want to say we've had 7 guitar players, 2 bass players, and 0 drummers. That's what we got for auditions so far. This is day 1.
Yep.
Look at all the paper. Paper and dirty socks.
Very different.
This is not just a filming challenge. No. This is a musical challenge. It's a musical journey, and it's also a musical conversation. So this is a conversation.
It's band shit.
This is band shit. Motherfucker. No, this is band shit, and it's fan shit. Because if we was in if we was in a little if we was in a little karaoke band and we were doing Doja Cat covers, we could just throw this thing together. It's been interesting. I have had one drummer, but I know who he is. It's not him. It's another one.
Is it the other one?
Not that one either. It's another one. He played in a different band. I was like, oh my God, there's an opening for Sepsiss.
Uh-huh.
So he mailed us and I told him no. And then he mailed Melissa. And then Melissa told him no. So then he went to the website.
Oh my.
Like it was a different person or something.
He was really trying.
No, I absolutely respect.
Yeah.
I really respect the ambition.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, the fucking guy's good.
Damn.
Right. We are a shallow, shitty band. What? It's the truth.
You're not shitty.
We want sexy people up there. Let's just say it now. People are going to look at this video and be like, they're fucking shallow. They don't want... When's the last time you seen an ugly fat motherfucker on stage blow up? Jelly Roll, that's it. He's still handsome. Girls like him. Or his bread. His wallet's handsome. See, you went, I said something about it in his wallet, and all of a sudden it's,
I'm kidding.
Yeah, well. That smile tells me something different. The truth is, we do need to know who you are, but not prior to you knowing who we are, right. Because we can't afford another scandal.
Right.
I mean, it's affordable, but it's just, it's time consuming.
Yeah.
We have had the strangest people. We've had more. I mean, this is the first 24 hours that everybody quit. We've had more auditions in this 24 hours than I think we've ever had in a month. I mean, we're nearing triple digits. Like, we're up there.
Oh shit.
Here we go, y'all. Road to this one. So now we have a bass. I wouldn't call it like a bass audition. But, so, Salvatore Pan is jumping in on the drums to fill in all the dates that we're recovering for 2023. With that said, naturally, we still need to repair the rest of the lineup. We already have an amazing bass player and a friend of ours. do you think about the prospect of the lineup that you have seen auditioning?
It's definitely a new era of sepsis, for sure.
It's like we've been playing music with all of these people for 15 years. But if you look, the longest member of our last lineup was Cam. And then we had the pandemic, right? So we're missing 2 years of playing.
Yeah.
So our current lineup that we just had only played with us for 2 consecutive 6 months sets. So we played under 30 shows with our last lineup.
Wow.
We only knew our last drummer for
We haven't been through this.
No. We only knew our last drummer for one season. It feels like, if you look at it on social media, it feels longer. I get it, but if you go count the shows and the flyers and you go and look, you'll realize that we haven't been playing as long as it feels and looks like on the internet. How do you feel about the guitar players that we've been auditioning?
It's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a battle for the guitar players, for sure.
It's crazy, right?
We need to do like a shred wars or something.
I feel like the guitar players need a whole different...
They need because they're really good. They're really solid.
All the guitar players that have signed up for audition are... I think they're better than me.
What? What?
That's good news.
What?
I
That's bold statement.
All I know, all right, is this is...
Should we make a list of all the people that you contacted?
Oh, we're going to make a list.
Organize.
How are we going to organize it?
Are we at the part where you need to organize?
Yeah, this is the organization right here. Look at it, so organized. This is what happens when we need to hire band members. This isn't a normal thing. We had to write this shit down just to remember who the fuck we were. It's not like you sit down and you go, I want to know who you are. No, we don't.
He was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead.
It could be like that. I put the extra little kick at the end. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Okay. This is just We've got drummers, we've got bass players, we've got fucking art people. Lexi, what's going on?
How many guitar players total?
7.
7?
7. With my new I don't even know where to start. I don't know how to start this video. The most dedicated and qualified people at the time, the most promising people, the most dedicated people at the time, right? All right, well, that time has changed.
I think you should grab footage of everybody who's trying out.
So Melissa seems to think that I should take footage of everybody that's trying out. I think that that's fucking terrible. Why? She would say that. You hear this, Lexi? She's like, I think that you should take footage of everyone. That's what I'm addressing here, my friends, in terms of this band is not your regular weekend warrior, go down to the bar band. There's social media, there's fans, there's going to be press, there's going to be interviews. You got to remember that one of the major obstacles we had with the most recent lineup was the fact that half of us as administrators and writers and the creative coordinators and supervisors in Sepsiss want more shows, more writing, more choreography. We want to put more money into it. We want to exercise more of our professional features. We want to, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
More is more. Remember that. Less is never more. When people tell you that less is more, they're fucking lying to you. More is always more.
On the phone, like for 13 days straight.
I've been auditioning so
Yeah.
much, I forgot to cut off my body parts. We are in a situation where we have to utilize 24 hours of the day.
Yes.
Because this is not the same band as it was before.
No.
Oh! There's been times in the past video in Road to the Throne, I tried my hardest to present to people what it might be like walking in my shoes. As far as like organizing and scheduling and coordinating and communicating with a lot of people.
And training them.
I
too.
don't think even staff members that have been here or worked here before understand the full scope and commitment required to do what we have to do to continue the maintenance and growth of the act. It's hard to understand.
Yeah.
So the reason why we're making this documentary on the move is because we don't have time like we did before. We don't have the space like we did before. We don't have the idle time and the idle opportunity to do FaceTimes and video chats. We're on the move. And when you're on the move, time is money, gas money, food, resources. So one of the major obstacles that we have this time around is we are fighting the real world elements. We're fighting money. I want to rephrase that. The issue in comparison between now and when we did Road to the Throne is we have real world environmental obstacles and situations. I don't know if this video should be about all the band members and all the people auditioning. I'm not sure if this should be about my favorite ones. What are we doing in this video? Melissa, what am I doing in this video? I don't know what Road to the Swarm is supposed to be exactly, because now I'm thinking to myself, last time Road to the Throne was like, honestly, Road to the Throne was like us taking 5 auditions of drummers, right? And then us easily narrowing down fucking 2 and choosing 1. That's easy. That's simple, stupid shit. You see my point? This is really hard. So, before, during the pandemic, and we were doing auditions, they were very isolated. They were streamlined, right? You didn't have real world environment. You didn't have real world money. You didn't have real world wind blowing around and rain. So now that we have these real world environmental and economic challenges throughout our days, we don't have the tunnel vision. We don't have the play space to fuck around with. We got to be very serious about it. We got to use our time and money wisely, and we have to communicate clearly to people what we're looking to do, what our goals are, and what we're trying to accomplish, so there is no misunderstandings who we are or how we determine our success. Catching up everybody on bass. Zach's going to be playing with us for the summer. He's excited to play and clean our plate for the season. This is not an unveiling. This is not written in stone, sign your name in blood situation. But I do want to be clear that Zach is occupying the bass position for the season. Leading up to Swarmy Fest, we're hoping that throughout playing these shows and continuing to build the project, him and my homie Salvatore, they're helping me oversee the audition process, and helping ensure that me and the staff here are creating a clear message moving forward of what the policies and expectations and community standards will be moving forward. So we don't continue to have the same communications and misunderstandings that we've had in the past. It's important to understand with bass that we have had bass players in the past that were really good on stage. Our bass players in the past were great stage performers and maybe lacking skills where we really need them most musically. I'm the creative coordinator and I've written all the music here. So I play bass in the recordings. So I know how the bass should be played in the recordings, and I know how the bass should be played on stage. We have had bass players before that are great on stage and sometimes lacking in the realm of education and technical ability. And bass players that we've had in the band before that had a tremendous amount of musicality and technical ability were stiff as a board on stage. Those are the two kind of bass players that we've had in Sepsiss the entire time. It has been my dream, it has been my wish, it has been my goal, it has been my prayer that we have somebody that has the professional technical ability as well as a great balance of showmanship and stage awareness. This is not stupid shit. That's my problem with this whole thing, is that unlike, the issue for me really is unlike Road to the Throne, you know what I mean? We had basically auditioned a very limited amount of people, right? And then cut the fat with using the most obviously qualified people at the time. This time around, I think it's important that we have a bass player that has a great balance of technical ability and stage presence. I think a lot of people out there have been really concerned about our next members and how much stage presence they have on stage and what they appear like. And I think that is important for this band. I think appearance is important for Sepsiss. For some bands, that's probably not important, but for this act, it really has been. And I know it is because our fans, some of our most trusted allies, have said, yeah, guy's a great player, girl's a great player. We've seen people audition before where our fans will agree with their ability playing the music and then say, hey, I wish they would dress up. I wish they would look a certain way. That's a big concern, I think, this time around, is that people want to have a Sepsiss that they can visually agree with. This is episode 1. This is really intense.
Yeah.
Now we're out of the car. We just talked to a guitar player, and now we have to go talk to a drummer, and then we have to go to drum practice, and then we have to go meet the bass player, and then go play with the bass player and play with our current drummer, and then go call the drummer from yesterday tonight.
And talk to Melissa.
And now we got to go talk to Melissa about the guitar player that we just talked to. Not before.
There's a lot of talking.
Right. America doesn't run on Dunkin's, it runs on auditions. Here we go.
Okay.
Woo-wee!
Yeah, no.
You don't play a perfectly good guitar and trade it in for one that won't tune.
Real shit.
So the point I'm trying to make is you don't leave a band, you don't leave a job, you don't move forward without having a new job lined up, Lexi. And the new job that you have lined up arguably should be, watch out on your right. Arguably, it should be. This is what the fuck is going on here. This is like an obstacle course. It's called life.
Gotta wait your turn.
Gotta wait your turn. So, you know, you gotta take time with your strategy in terms of how you're building your goals and your achievements to be competitive to the things that you've decided to move forward from. All right, I know that's a lot for some people to fucking measure, but the biggest part of my point, I think, that people could walk away is that I don't think that our new version of Sepsiss is going to be comparable or competitive on the first day to the best versions that we've had it in the past. And if we've had any kind of success or achievements in the past, you and I know that it's taken time. We're not recreating a lineup that we want to be like the old apartment. We want to create a lineup that's going to be comparative and competitive to what we did before. And that's going to take time to achieve.
100%.
You know what I mean? We want to take as much time as possible. We want to take as much time as needed to create a situation that is wildly competitive and wildly more professional than any lineup that we've ever had. So we know going into it that you can't leave a great job and then go job hunting for a shitty job and think that that's going to drive your success and happiness. Not if your goals are more. So if we look at past versions of our lineup and we can all agree that we wanted more, and we're not willing to downgrade, our plan is to upgrade. So if we can measure any success that we've had in the past, one thing we've known about that is it's taken a lot of time and care getting it to that quality. If anyone listening, or if you here in the car, if you can look back towards any past versions of our lineup and you go, hey, that's a version that I feel is closer to the business model that we've all been working towards. If you can measure and you can have that verifiable version in your mind, if you can have an intellectual concept of your favorite version of Sepsiss and you can measure that, then chances are you know the behaviors, you know the features, and you know the kind of value that needs to be added to accomplish at least what we had before or on prior experiences. And to have an experience that's going to be professionally competitive to prior experiences, we're going to have to pay attention to the ingredients that got us there. That's not going to happen overnight.